Let's make Reuben pastry rolls. Into a pressure cooker with the sear saute setting on high, add a splooch of Graza sizzle. I've got a store-bought corned beef, about 2.5 pounds, that I've patted dry with a paper towel. In she goes. Then let it sear for about 5 minutes and give it a flip. Once it's seared on all sides, take it out and set it aside. Now grab a bottle of your favorite Irish red ale and pour it in there. Then add the contents of the seasoning packet that come with the corned beef. Then give it a gratuitous stir and add your rack to the pot. And place your seared corned beef onto the rack along with any drippings that remain in the pan. Then pressure cook on high for 1 hour. Then take the kit out and set it aside to rest for a few minutes. And if you did it right, it should be firm enough to cut into thin slices and then chopped into small bite-sized pieces. Now grab a jar of your favorite sauerkraut and pour it into a strainer over a bowl to get rid of the excess liquid. Then dump your now drained sauerkraut into the bowl with the corned beef. And grab a brick of Swiss or Gruyere cheese and grate as much as you can into that bowl. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, maybe a little more. And we've grated about half of that block in there. Keep on grating. And then throw on some food-safe gloves and mix that stuff together by hand. It's the best way. Make sure everything is well incorporated, and now comes the fun part. More cheese! Now grab some defrosted puff pastry dough and roll it out until it's almost double in size. Then use your favorite paring knife to cut it into 3 absolutely uneven strips. Then place 3 uneven spoonfuls of your mixture at the end of the pastry dough nearest to you. Then make a sad attempt to roll these things up as neatly as possible, or as rustically as possible. And place your sad, pathetic, rolled up whatever nonsense onto a sheet tray lined with parchment paper, rinse and repeat with the remaining, and hope that they look better as you go. What you see before you is the contents of 1 egg from a chicken. And me frantically searching the kitchen for my favorite itty-bitty whisk, which is a reminder to never drink when you're putting the dishes away after washing them. Thankfully, I found it, but after already ordering more on Amazon. Comment below if you think I should do a giveaway. Now, I'll use itty-bitty whisk to beat that egg into oblivion. At this point, I may or may not be taking it out on that egg as though it was the one responsible for the misplacement of itty-bitty whisk. Moving on to the next step. And that step is to paint our haphazard rolls with our thoroughly beaten egg. This will help with the browning. We'll finish these kids off with a little FGBP, and then it's off to a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for the next 18 to 22 minutes. Everybody say hi, Obi. His birthday's coming up. Well, let's make a sauce. I've got some ketchup, some diced pickles in there before I started filming. To that, we'll add some Kewpie mayo. Next, we'll add some horseradish mustard for a little zippy zap, followed by the last of this particular jar of prepared horseradish. Add a little squirt of some regular yellow mustard, a little dollop of sriracha, a few taps of some garlic powder, a cup of 2 taps of onion powder, a generous sprinkling of smoked paprika, a dash of the Worcestershire sauce, make it snow, and a pinch of kosher salt, and a few twists of the FGBP grinder. Then itty-bitty whisk to combine thoroughly, and that's my 1001 Island dipping sauce. And after 20-ish minutes in the oven, there's our kids. Oh, I'm so going to regret this. Cheers. Don't eat boring food. Definitely want to let them cool off first.
Yeah, I was like, shit, I'm going to go take a bite.